Hello, and welcome to Retro Rank Rhapsody. This episode, Around the World in 2.5 Hours. This episode is part of our month in which we look at games involving taking vacations, and what better way to take a vacation than to go on a world tour. And that is exactly what we'll be doing in the games we're taking a look at. Basically, these will be games in which we, go around the world. So with that, why don't we go ahead and get started with our first game.
Fucking
Can't
stuck in
believe
my
that.
head now and I hate it.
So,
Can't believe
this.
Corpo hates Daft Punk.
Oh, this fucking game, okay.
Yeah, so it'll appear in a second, but you can kind of get a brief glance of the gameplay.
I'm sorry, what?
You are a car and you need to paint the highway.
Okay.
And then,
Oh, rip.
Oh no, look at all these hearts. That's
Yep.
weird.
so this is City Connection. Let's go ahead and start.
Yeah, fuck taxi industry, I guess.
I think those are actually supposed to be some weird police taxi kind of thing.
Oh, I was gonna ask, is this a metaphor for Uber?
I don't know. This game doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't need to.
Yeah,
No.
because basically what it is you are this car. I believe the driver of the car is named Clarice. And basically you're trying to kind of almost a weird, almost kind of Pac-Man-ish, but not quite. Whoops.
Rip.
Yeah. There's a lot of... Actually, there's a lot more mechanics to this game that really need to be.
I mean, it's good that you're shooting oil at things to spin them out, and then you can hit them to take them out.
Yep. But the thing is that the movement's really weird. Because, so you see if I go left and right, how my car kind of rears up a little bit?
Yeah.
I can't jump until it actually, goes back down. Also trying...
To get those last bits.
Also, that cat is really annoying.
Did you kill a cat?
Freaking punted him.
Yep, so the thing with that cat is that it will just randomly appear, straight out of nowhere. And it can appear anywhere. And there's no rhyme or reason to where it spawns.
That's the challenge.
And every time you hit it, it plays... Oh, I think it's the little tune's called... It's like I stepped on a cat's tail or something like that.
Okay.
It's like I don't know what region folk song. I don't know if it's Japanese, but it's basically a... one of those, standard kind of things.
Also, I hate that the two tires use different, animations for rolling, and it's just...
I know I
driving me
can't.
insane.
I'm looking at it now. Okay, here's also the really annoying part of the... Okay, there it is.
You had to hit every bit of...
Yep. There we go.
Yeah, I'm not sure what I think about this initial D.
Wow. What is this anime?
That is Clarice.
Yeah, okay.
So,
time to torment the British.
yeah, also I like this particular... There's multiple quote-unquote songs. Every level pretty much has its own music, except it's all renditions of the same song. And this one's really trying to not totally be Highway Star.
So I see you need to paint the town red in this level.
Yeah, just paint the road red with the blood of your enemies.
That's okay.
Just, this is what Clarice thinks of the police.
The Bobbies. Oh no.
There we go.
Ah.
Yeah.
Well, at least they got me up here. Also, if you might have noticed, there was a balloon that was flying in the previous... Also, Oil finished it really weird when you moved left and right.
Yeah, you're going to regret those 2 tiny bits that you missed.
Trying to get them. Nope.
Yeah, they're kind of, like, it's really exact, which I'm not sure how I feel about.
Yeah, I kind of, like, it's actually very weirdly granular for a game of this.
Get away. What a bizarre horror game this is.
Yeah, well, like, what are we doing a Halloween stream this early?
I mean, it's not that long until Halloween starts.
So
It's practically already Halloween.
before I forget to actually mention it again, the balloons that was just there. If you collect 3 of them, you will warp to the next level. But it's 3 that you've had throughout your entire playthrough.
So you grab 2 and then get the 3rd one when you're really like low level.
Yep. Okay. All right. Come on. Oh.
Gotta find that last bit.
Yep. There's an entire platform we didn't touch.
Yep. I think because it had a cat on it.
Probably. Whew, that was close.
What?
Clutch play.
What a dick!
Wow, what triple drifting from Lolo?
Oh my
Triple
god.
parallel drifting.
Fucking.
Now that you've driven all of the highway.
And now it's the level from the attract mode.
City connection, more like French connection. It's definitely an interesting idea to have the different levels just have the same song, just arranged differently.
But nope. Not quite enough. Can't work.
Yeah, it is definitely very forward-thinking in that regard. Very nearish of it.
Okay.
I see, this is the unofficial first Dragon Guard.
And yeah, it keeps track of 2 different point things. You have your point and your distance. Which I don't know why you would do that, but okay.
Because you can.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay, yeah, that is City Connection.
What a game.
I'm trying to think. Because we've been putting the maze games in that, I think this would... Oh, also, I can't click on that. I gotta actually go into the document. Attack. Okay, so... Let's think. Also, I'm going to go ahead and get the next game loaded. So that... It doesn't take forever. Okay, so... Let's see. I'd probably play it definitely above Rally X. That's original Rally X. And probably play it above maybe Tron. I don't know if I'd play it above Thunder Force 4.
Better not.
Yeah, I think in between Thunder Force 4 and Tron's probably a good spot.
Yeah, sounds fun to me.
Also, one other fun thing about that game is the fact that, Jaleco has been putting out some of their newer kind of games, there is a remake of a game that they made that basically is a love letter to its own games. And for some reason, they're using basically, their branding now is City Connection. And you can play, like, Clarice is actually it's what is it? It's I forgot what the name of the game is, but it's a shmup that basically it's Dejica's publishing it. It's like it's something Cruise and Mix. I just forgot what the name of the game was. But yeah, they are using that game as kind of their mascot. Which
Game Tengoku Cruising Mix.
yes, that. Which kind of tells you about all the basically the quality of Jaleco's output.
Mm-hmm. If City Connection is the big one.
I mean, to be fair, City Connection's pretty alright.
It's all right, but I mean, there is other stuff.
It's also a weird thing to brand yourself around.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Also, will we say that's more? Let's see.
It's cheerful.
Yeah, I don't know if I quite go into cute territory, but I'd say it's cheerful.
No. Yeah.
Did
Despite
you-
all the cop killing, it is very cheerful.
Did you
There's
like
nothing-
that one song over and over? Well, different versions of that one song.
At least they knew to rearrange it every time, but oh, Jesus Christ.
I think I might give that a C.
Yeah.
A C for effort.
Like, because at least they were different arrangements, so it wasn't the same thing looped over and over.
Yeah.
The art is... It's pretty alright.
Yeah, like the art, like, what about, like, the art design, like, that kind of stuff? It seemed...
I don't know, like, the backgrounds are pretty nice, and I appreciate, like, each place had different cop cars.
Also, just a reminder that this game came out in 1985, so...
Yeah.
It actually seems a lot early. It seems later than it actually
It
was.
still looks pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think I'm-
It looks like a mediocre game from a later time, and then when you realize how early it is, it looks much better.
yeah. So I'd give it at least a B. I don't know if I go quite A territory.
No, not I.
Mechanics. They're interesting, and they're work for the most part. It's just
Very
the
basic.
whole-
Yeah.
Also, it just seems like a really weird mix of like the whole thing with the cat, and it just seems like things happen. So I was probably actually thinking C. Because also with it being so granular, that also can screw you over a little bit.
Yeah, that's pretty annoying. Also, the cat just, like, popping up wherever, like some sort of shitty Slender Man.
Yeah.
An annoying song that you have to sit through.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the fucking cat song.
Let's actually, you know what? Let's see. Hold on. I can actually figure out what the name of that thing is. Song. Oh, it is definitely a. Looking at the name, it is definitely a Japanese. It is a pair. Or no, it's not. They're flow what? Wait, what? It's apparently based on the flea waltz.
Hmm.
Yeah. It just in Japan they for some reason called "I Stepped on the Cat." And everywhere else it's called like the flea waltz, except in Poland where it's called the dog waltz or the cat. Okay, you know what? Actually, it's a standard that apparently Donkey March. You know what? People call it different things.
Please stop dancing with your pets.
Yes, pig waltz, donkey waltz, cat's polka, fool's polka, the little monkeys.
So the big question is, did they change the sprite of the cat depending on the region where they
I
played
don't
this
think they
game?
did.
They did not.
Wow,
Hmm.
lazy.
Okay, so yeah, impact. The main thing is that I at least know it for, and I was mentioning, yeah, like I mentioned, this game appears a lot on Famiclones.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that really factors into that kind of impact. I think that's a secondary impact.
So it has to be like a regional Famicom thing because at least in Eastern Europe / Russia, I have never seen this game, and I have seen practically everything on Famiclones.
Maybe. I just remember playing
Like,
a
maybe-
lot on Famiclones.
Like maybe in North America / South America, but I have never seen this game until tonight.
Okay.
And I've seen NES Sonic.
Okay, so how about maybe a D? Then, because there's definitely some nostalgia for the game if...
They're
Yeah.
using it as the selling point for a shmup.
Yeah. Age. I think this game's aged pretty decently. It's aged a little bit, but not too terribly much.
Yeah, it looks alright, and the gameplay's simple enough that...
I would say B then. Difficulty. I'd probably say a C. Because, I mean, you have to pay attention, but it's not too terribly difficult.
Except for that fucking cat.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Even that, it's still, if you're paying attention, you can usually avoid it. So I'd probably say C. Okay, so, let me do... Okay, so let me do this real quick. So our next game, you know what a really easy way to go around the world is? Or to go around a globe?
Is it a plane?
No.
Teleport.
Go to the top. Distance is a lot shorter.
I see.
This is an Antarctic
Jetpack?
adventure.
Mm.
So yeah, it's a game about going around Antarctica. You can go around the globe really quickly.
I will destroy you.
Alright, let's go ahead and start. Also, speaking of standards, or commonly used music, I guess. So we are a penguin. In fact, we are a
No,
penguin.
you're
that
not.
would
You
later
just
be-
flew.
We are a penguin that we would later be known as Penta.
Okay.
Oh, is that the...
Like, I was wondering which
body
came
shape?
first.
Yeah, so this is the first of many Konami games that star a penguin. And they all sort of have a direct lineage to this.
Konami really likes penguins.
So, this is the Famicom version. This actually came out in 1983, originally on the MSX. But I could not get that version to work, so we're doing this version.
I mean, fuck the MSX.
So yeah, basically the goal of every level is to get to a research station within the allotted time.
Hell yeah, you're in Australia.
Yeah. Also, controls are pretty basic. Basically, up and down will, also this power-up I got. If I jump and then mash the B button, except hit the seal.
Seal is too powerful.
The way you control your speed is basically by holding up and down.
Oh, like a racing game.
Yeah, kind
I
of.
think that's how...
Else this music isn't already driving me insane, I swear.
So this
I think
is...
that's how old NES racing games worked.
Yeah, I think this is, I think the name of the song is the Skater Bolts.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you
I've
forgot the
definitely heard it
propeller.
before.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that is one thing. If you bump into something, you will lose the propeller.
Oh my god.
I mean, just think about the sense of speed. It's like F-Zero.
Hyper speed penguin.
This is like Outrun more than anything.
Yeah, kind of. Also, it seems like the research station, like the country, are basically random. Like, it will just
Even
do a
though-
random country, because when I did my test run this morning, I got, like, Australia, and then New Zealand.
I mean, why would you want to go to the French one anyway?
Exactly.
I like how this penguin shows no loyalty to any nation. Just
He
triple
doesn't care
agent.
about it. He just wants a place to rest.
He's the revolver ocelot of penguins.
Look, this penguin's only affiliation is with the Antarctic.
There is actually kind of, sort of a Kojima lineage with this game.
Oh, do tell.
So this game got a. This game got a really weird sequel on the MSX that actually kind of made it more of an action game called Penguin Adventure. And that was actually the first game that Kojima ever worked on.
Huh.
Ah, so it's all connected.
So this
Penguin's
is
friend.
Give me a sec, just gonna put another push pin on my fucking corkboard.
Australia again. Seems weird.
Really
to go
like Australia.
From Australia to France, back to Australia.
No, Australia set up a lot of stations, you see.
Ah, I see. I've definitely hit the point where the music is just like noise in the background.
I hate it.
Okay, so if this is connected to Kojima, and Metal Gear Solid, and this is also connected to Parodius, because it's the same lineage, that means that Parodius and Metal Gear are the same universe?
Yeah.
Like
It
the
just
Konami
makes me
verse?
sad that the Parodius series didn't live on to the post-Metal Gear Solid series, because I thought would be a good character would be and I tried to do the propeller, would basically be just Snake and Otacon in a cardboard box flipped upside down with a spaceship drawn on the side of it.
That would
I mean,
be a good
considering
character for Parodius.
Considering the characters they put in Bomberman are, they'd probably do it if Parodius was a thing.
Change that org petition to bring back Parodius.
You're not gonna make it.
Nope, I'm good.
You lucky sack of crap.
He's just too good at this game. Ah, New Zealand.
Finally!
You can go see the Hobbits.
I don't think that bring the Hobbits to the research station.
Hobbits can do research? What the hell, man?
They
I mean,
can,
they
yeah.
can, but
They're peaceful
They-
folk who are naturally insulated due to their hair. Oh, but look at this ice drill core, Mr. Froto.
also this is another game I played a lot on Famiclones.
So I haven't seen this much on Famiclones, but I have seen it. It was definitely a thing. It was just one of those, for some reason, the compilations I was playing on just didn't have that many times this words.
I think one of the reasons is because this is a pretty early Famicom release that is very small, so they could fit it on.
Yes.
And I don't think it uses a really complicated mapper, so that's probably why.
Yeah, usually, like,
Is it gonna go faster
80...
suddenly?
Oh my god, Lola,
I
you're
think you're gonna lose.
Oh, he's definitely gonna lose. He is super screwed. Also, do you just
usually
enjoy
games-
running into seals?
Apparently.
Usually games like 83 to like 87 were
So
like the
funny.
most Famicom
Oh,
multiparts.
goddamn. Hell yeah.
You
The nation
fucking
of the South
narcissist.
Pole.
You know, I wonder if which flag you get is tied to which number is last on the timer. Like
That sounds about
Super
right.
Mario Bros.
No, like what seeds it? If it is.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Yeah.
God, it is so rude.
Yeah. It's an incredibly rude game.
Especially because your jump has like weird airtime.
I do appreciate that the holes like slightly slow down when they reach within your range, just so you can like time the jump better.
You clumsy piece of shit.
Yeah, you got there.
Yep.
Okay, more casuals.
Finally!
USA! USA! USA!
With the sixth state, USA.
I can't believe they did this in Texas, finally.
It's like that map
Also
that's
that-
basically North, South Dakota, and then everything that is just relative distance from Dakota.
Also, like this penguin is ridiculously fast if you look at like the rest timer.
Yeah, no, it's really good.
My favorite Metal Gear Solid boss running penguin.
Please do not disparage Running Man like this. The greatest Metal Gear villain that there's ever been.
What if we had a Frenchman who cheated and he became a mercenary?
What does he do? Runs in
runs.
circles.
Ooh,
Not just runs, he
Argentina.
runs in the same loop. Over and over.
And doesn't bring
I
a
mean,
mine
he's
detector.
called a running man.
You can't run so fast if you have to carry a mine detector.
Also, I like the fact that I think that translation that they were that they changed actually some of the other blatant references that were in that game,
Oh, probably.
like
Like the
there's-
portraits.
yeah, the portraits. Portraits are really good.
Also, you don't need a mine detector. Let me tell you about playing the entirety of Metal Gear Solid 1 without one. Oh, because you forgot it, but then you didn't care, and by the time you did care, it was too late.
At what point did you care?
Very briefly when I knew I'd have to deal with mines.
There.
God damn it. I remember this game being a lot harder.
Maybe you're just really good at it.
One of those
Oh,
things where
I can't wait for this. I can't wait
Oh
for
my
this to be a
God.
game done quick. And here's Lola the Puzzle playing Antarctica. Polar
Finally.
Adventure, whatever it is.
USA again. Can't believe we jettisoned California.
Shame, our economy's gonna go in the tank. I'm at the point where only occasionally will my brain register that in fact music is playing.
That one seemed really short.
Yeah, it was.
Yep.
Finally, the UK.
Horrifying.
See, yeah, it was just.
Why did we loop?
Cause
Well, it's 80 days around the world, except it's more like 8 hours at the speed.
Doesn't
Okay,
just
Lola.
oh, it is a one-time use thing, huh?
Yes.
yeah.
Lola, you have to get to the end with the timer at 60 down, and we have to see what is
That's
the
not
mission
happening.
title.
That is physically impossible.
Well, with that attitude, yeah.
And these seals.
Oh Jesus, Lola, you're gonna have to up your game.
He's taking damage to save frames.
No,
That's
he
how it
isn't.
works. Oh god,
Cool.
that's a
From the
good
Antarctic
gap.
Adventure.
You are... Oh my god, you are supremely screwed.
No, especially if it does that.
God, those seals are dicks!
No, I got...
The meeting begins!
Also, I
yeah.
just noticed the animation on the feet sometimes it's like very square.
Yeah.
It just seems really... Yeah, this ain't happening.
Not unless you cheat!
No, it's not happening
Yeah,
even
no.
that way.
Well, it didn't happen because you didn't cheat.
Yeah, you didn't.
I'm not rewinding that far back. Actually,
Are you really gonna?
You might get this.
I think
Okay, cheat like a motherfucker!
No, he's gonna get this without cheating.
I doubt it! I sincerely doubt it!
Wait to make it look like.
I think... Oh, it's gonna be really close.
This is down to the fucking wire.
Got it.
Got.
Finally!
Four
Also,
seconds
guess what the
remaining.
last one is.
Yeah!
Japan.
I can't believe we started and ended in Japan.
Okay, that's enough. I can't take any more of that.
Oh no, you don't want to do loop 2?
No.
That's like a shmup.
It's like a completely different game on Loop 2. The enemy placements are completely different.
Yes, but that's because it's random
That's just
bullshit.
value.
Okay, so that definitely belongs in the Dex list. As much as I would probably say, I'd say that game's probably better than Nights in the Dreams.
Oh, did Nights into Dreams do
I
badly?
mean, I would say it's better
Yes.
than versus Duck Hunt, maybe more than Track and Field.
I would probably say, actually, if I look at this, I would probably put it above Pole Position, but not above City Bomber.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good to me. Fucking Knights.
So I've never. So I'm sorry to go back to the episode, but I've never played Knights, and I've been told it's a really good game.
You were told
I don't
wrong.
believe it is.
It's a fucking fever dream.
It is a
Okay.
very confusing game.
Okay.
It's a game that's only at all alright if you know what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then this is a...
Problem is, if you don't, it's a hot mess.
Okay, tonally.
I mean, cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're just stretching it because there wasn't really much of one, but like, if it is anything.
I think you'll find it's called Kawaii Torpid.
Exactly.
No, we have a separate cute and the overwhelmingly anime category or tone.
Ooh, what's this?
Ugu, I think you mean?
Yeah, that'd very much Ugu. Also, anyway. OSD, how'd you like that one song?
Bad.
It's like elevator music when you're stuck in an elevator and the cord is about to break.
Yeah, I love being driven insane by Muzak.
Let's put that in E. Art.
The finest corporate music.
Let's see, art.
This Muzak, it speaks to me.
I
Says I've been in here too long.
would say probably a C. I mean, what it tried to do, it did okay.
Yeah, mechanically
it's
it was relatively fine.
Well, I was thinking art
It
in
was
this
a-
category.
Oh, art
It's also-
was...
I mean,
It
it's
was
an MSX
functional.
game.
Yeah,
And
so
I also
fuck it.
should say the MSX game actually pretty much was that. Like, it wasn't that much different, actually. I'll put C. And then,
I mean, it's okay.
and then mechanically, I'd also probably put C.
Well, you'll give a C to the Proto Pepsi Man game.
I'll go to D. No, because that game, this game plays better than Pepsi Man did.
Wow. Okay, I guess we know what you're gonna rank next.
So, this game's impact is weird to judge because
Yeah.
of
It's-
what it led into, but the game itself is not remembered at all.
It was basically this game kind of this game's kind of like Konami's Alex Kidd in that it is a game that is more, it produced a mascot that was very much for the company for about say 5 years. But then
Why must you hurt me so low?
hey, I didn't say it was bad. It just Penta was Konami's mascot for a little while, and then it didn't.
It was less 5 years and more like a decade, but yeah.
Let's see.
C.
Yeah, I think I might just put it as C.
Yeah.
Age. This did not age well.
No.
I don't know if I'd put it full E, but definitely no higher than D.
I'd say D.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Difficulty. We beat it completely inadvertently
You
against my
bumbled
will.
through it.
Is it like, is higher better or is lower
Higher is
harder?
so basically C is like okay. You'll probably be a little challenged, but you can still kind of power through it. B is basically it goes out of your way to be a little bit easier than normal, and then A is just straight up it gives you like basically invincibility.
Like, you
B.
only had to cheat in the last level, otherwise you just fucking
B.
bumbled your way through all of it.
Yeah, I'd probably say B. Also, I probably should.
And even then, you barely had to cheat.
So I probably should load up next game. But yeah, that is Antarctic Adventure.
It sure is.
It is definitely a game.
Technically a game.
Yes. So, if we're going to talk about going around the world in a certain period of time, there's kind of one story that you kind of have to take a look at.
Managing an airplane business?
No,
Time Cop.
that's not. It's not Time Cop.
Um,
Around the World in 80s Days by Jules Verne.
No, it's Christopher Columbus. How dare you?
Kind of. So this is Puss in Boots: Perrault's Great Adventure.
Damn.
Oh,
This is a really weird game because this is actually based on. So you can see from the title screen, this
The
is
Toei
Toei
mascot?
Animation.
Yeah, they.
So for what? So the Toei curtain, their still mascot is Perrault, who is based on Puss in Boots. This particular game is actually based on one of the movies starring Perrault that is based on Jules Verne's Around the World in 80 Days.
Also, this is Puss in Bats. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, I can't.
It's Puss in Boats.
Let's start. So, yes, we are
the West.
around the world.
New York, the
Space
West
Wars.
Ocean. Liberty London.
So, we are Perrault.
Perrault looks terrible.
Wait a minute, is this based on that, like, series that also had, like, 20,000 Leagues Below the Sea version of it?
I don't think so. I think this is based on a series of movies. Like, I want to say this.
You murdered that thing.
I want to say this. The movie that this is based on came out in like early 70s. Like, it is old anime.
That dude was enjoying the fucking breeze and you murdered him.
Oh,
I confused
also,
this with something else.
I forgot the best way to speedrun this.
Speedrun tactics.
Oh yeah. Also, how ironic that Perro is a cat, but in Spanish, Perro is a dog.
I think it's supposed to be
symbolism.
based on, or yeah, I think it's supposed to be like
Finally, ocean.
a crude shortening of
Wait, Space
Charles
Wars, what
Perrault.
Space
Fuck.
Wars? What?
We'll
You
get
didn't
there.
notice the Space Wars earlier?
No, I saw Liberty London and was distracted.
Oh no, even
Also,
Zeus
we gotta
is
shoot
trying
the
to
lightning.
kill you.
I believe, going back, I believe the Perrault is based on a shortening
I
of
love
Charles
Wicker.
Perrault.
Ah, I see.
Actually, wait, this isn't Wind Waker. This is Phantom Hourglass. Shit.
I love
Why do
how
I hate
fucking
this?
excited. I love how fucking excited the cat is. It's just like, fuck yeah, I'm an adventure!
Oh, is that supposed to be a mouth? I thought it was like a mustache.
No, that's supposed to be his mouth.
Oh,
Smiling.
Jesus.
He is super fucking stoked to travel around the world and
He
murder
is high
boats and
as shit
lightning.
is what he is.
I mean, have you taken a look at the Toei Animation logo? He is at that state always.
Oh god.
Also, yeah,
God.
that
That's
So-
gonna be a warning in post.
Oh,
Yeah.
why is his sub branded? Why would you do this?
because, I mean, this entire thing's based off a brand.
Also, yeah, you can break those lightly colored blocks.
Yep.
Okay.
So
Oh, wow.
actually, this game is actually a slight port of another game that was Japanese or Japan only, I guess.
What is that? Why? Stop.
I don't know. I would have done that one, except I made an executive decision not to do that one because that one is really bad and not entertaining to look at. Wait. Because
What the
that
fuck was that?
that version of the game, because it basically it is this, but it takes the around the world in 80 days bit a bit more literally in the fact that you have a strict time limit.
Oh no.
Grody.
Which it's good because there's a power up that looks like every other power up in the game. Also, here's a frog.
I see.
I figured a gun would work better for a frog.
Well, the thing is, we have to shoot it at a slight angle.
As we all know, guns can never shoot an arrow.
Also, now we're in Arabia.
They're only-
Great. Oh, damn it.
Soon the Space Wars.
Soon
Oh,
we
yeah,
will
also-
war in space. Dude, the hydraulics on this car are fucking insane.
I know.
God, it's like a driving crazy taxi.
Please, Crazy Taxi is much better than this.
So what? I think that's supposed to be a spring.
Saudi Arabia well known for water just shooting out the ground.
Yeah, those Arabian geysers, didn't you know?
Up time for Space Wars.
Wait, that was it?
Hell yeah.
This isn't space?
It is like, well, technically it is space,
Yeah.
in a very literal sense.
There's open space.
Yep.
You are occupying space.
Hold on.
I can't believe it's finally a ranking of Shmups time. Also, the two-frame propeller animation is real good.
Yep. Ah, I see we've upset Zeus.
By the way, let me just reiterate. The other version, I made an executive decision not to do it because of its quality. Compared to
This is like a shitty Alex game.
it is.
Which is impressive.
Yeah.
Fuck you. Oh, I
Okay,
guess
we're
it
just
is.
murdering spaceships now?
Yeah.
I guess we're here at the Space Wars.
Oh,
We're a bit
Finally!
late to the Space Wars, but here we are.
Oh, never mind.
What a shitty space war.
Mm-hmm. I think what we need is a ranking of Alex Kidd
Oh,
games.
okay. Liberty is a different place than
Yes.
London. Where the fuck is Liberty?
Statue of Liberty.
Liberty City. We're gonna go play GTA.
I don't know, I feel like the writing in this is better.
Pero, my cousin, you want to go see big American titties?
Oh,
Ah. The factories of London.
I see this is
Yeah,
not
this looks about
Bloodborne.
Ah yes, transform your gun into a boomerang.
whoops.
That was a very tiny hole and you fell in it.
I'm proud of you.
See, it takes skill to fall in that hole. Lolo's a pro gamer.
Sure, let's go with that. Okay.
I appreciate that even the AI is dumb enough to fall in.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not doing so hot on health.
I think I'm almost done with this level, so should be fine.
I mean, if there is a boss, they don't seem terribly threatening.
Oh god, this part.
Yeah, you just seem to lose health without any sort of fanfare.
Like this feels like, you know, one of the first games you make in one of those drag and drop programs,
right.
like Multimedia Fusion.
What?
Exactly. This is underneath London. They told me about this.
Oh, I see. This must be one of the stolen artifacts.
Is he throwing up hot dogs at you?
I don't know.
I like that the sword goes to one very specific spot most of the time.
Yeah, because they only drew so many sprites.
He
It's
just
really
looks
good.
like a Dragon Quest reject.
Akira Toriyama draws better art than this.
Oh god, this stage. Oh god. Oh, by the way, one thing that if you have not picked up on, this game believes in the thing of your hitbox is your sprite.
Hell yeah.
Oh
That'll make dodging this lightning easy.
no. What did we do to piss off Zeus?
Exist.
The anime.
I mean,
Okay, but when you
Zeus
say-
isn't hard to piss off.
When you say sprite, do you mean also the balloon?
Yes.
Oh,
Hell yeah. My brain just finally realized that there's music. I was so deadened after the penguin.
And the music's actually alright.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not complete ass.
Finally, liberty.
I find it impressive that there's like no levels in Asia, basically. They go from the Pacific Ocean to Saudi Arabia.
I
mean,
want to
is
say
that, is that
in
not part of Asia?
I want to say.
I mean, it is, but like,
I think
there's
that
a lot in
the-
Asia.
I think in the Japanese version, there's a level in Hong Kong,
Ah, I see.
and it's basically just you walk, up the.
You walk and you get caught up in a gang war.
Because if you have not picked up, this is a teleporter maze.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And you yourself are working for the cops.
Well, you see, Torpo, everyone knows you should never get into a gang war in Asia.
Okay.
What is the timing?
There it is,
Non-existent.
done!
Take damage.
Also, you're gonna die!
Oh, right.
We all die.
Because you took a bunch of hits. Because in this game, there's no hit stun and you have no iframes.
Let's just go over here.
Oh, I don't want to rewind that far. Blah blah blah. I see how it is.
Only cheating when it's
didn't need it.
convenient.
Lolo is clearly biased towards Pero and his adventure.
Paro's a kind of a jackass. Wait, what?
Yeah, it's just a.
Yeah, that's really stupid, though.
It is.
Ah, Snake.
Just fucking mash
But
that
of
shit.
course,
Also, I'm.
Oh, good. This room is really good.
I mean, it gets better.
Half the time you get hit without even knowing you got hit.
ah, clown.
What?
Oh wow.
I don't think it's ready.
So if they just touch you, it's instant death.
Pretty much.
I mean, they're ghosts. They just steal your soul.
What does the bomb do?
Ghost clowns.
It's just another weapon.
Yeah, but like, how does it work?
Poorly.
Okay.
What is it? I can't even tell what's happening with the rewind.
I know you've killed his partner. He can't use his superpower anymore.
He doesn't seem to need it.
Yep.
That's because Lolo's using a bad weapon.
Wow, it actually despawned the projectiles when you killed them.
Ah! Just jittering
You know,
the top
this-
Statue of Liberty.
Back when you did races, this looks like a game you would have made us race.
I don't. The problem is that I am used to this game, so I would not put that. Also, there are the credits, and that's it. That's Puss in Boots: Peril's Great Adventure.
Sure
Puss
was
and
an
Bats.
adventure.
Puss in Rouge the Bats.
Okay, so I'd say that belongs in the Resistance list.
Mm-hmm.
How does that game compare to Jersey Devil?
I'd rather play Jersey Devil.
Yeah.
I kind of would as well.
Yeah.
I would probably actually play Friday the 13th over that. I don't think I'd play Niketsukuri or Kuhakuni.
Yeah, no, it sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Also, holy shit, Kid Icarus is low. What the fuck happened while I was away?
It's a bad game.
It's a bad game. Like,
With a sequel that tries to kill your hands.
I will defend Uprising.
Kid Icarus is a game that has aged incredibly poorly.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is, because it has some secret mechanics that are kind of bullshit.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's just generally an asshole.
So it's
The
generally
only
not
good
that
part
good.
is Boss Pit.
Also, because the thing I didn't show off a lot is the fact that the ratchet scrolling means that if you fall off in the vertical scrolling, you instantly have to start the level over again.
Yep.
Did you spell? I think you put 2 A's in Puss in Boots.
I know what I did.
Okay.
That's the joke, Carlos.
I'm sorry.
Terrible fucking font they did.
I can't believe that font was designed for Carnival, the only person who could read it and read it as boots instead of bats.
Because the heel makes it, yeah.
Yay for dysgraphia.
Also, I think since,
Anime.
yes. OST.
Okay.
C or D.
Yeah, I'd say so.
It was present.
I'll go C. Art.
I think it wasn't bad. It was okay. When I did notice it, I
Right.
just
C or D.
I was thinking probably D.
Yeah.
definitely D.
D.
Mechanics.
Kinda ugly.
D or
F.
E.
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 Mhm.
Impact. E.
There's
E.
none.
Age. E.
F.
Difficulty. E.
It wasn't that hard.
He was cheating blatantly at the end because he got super
Yeah.
bullshit.
Then
Oh, actually, I probably would have put it.
you got through most of the game fine now.
Yeah, I'll actually put a D. But that last boss deserves at least not C.
Yeah.
I like how the last part of the grading just spells the...
Deed.
No, the... Don't ruin my joke.
Indeed.
Deed.
Okay, so there's that. Okay. Okay, so this next game. Thankfully now we are into a bit better games.
Okay.
So
I don't believe you.
Yeah, this game is really neat. This isn't actually I actually am more used to the sequel of this. But this game is Buster Brothers.
Oh shit!
Oh, this game!
Yes.
You were actually telling the truth.
Yes. So yeah, this is a game where basically there are balloons on the screen and you need to pop them. And not let them touch you or else they will die. Or you will die. So this game is also known in other regions as Peng.
Yep.
But yeah, and in the US it came out as Buster Brothers.
Winners don't
What
use
if I
drugs.
wanna sessions?
Okay. So yeah, this is basically you go around the world, and basically every level has kind of a theme.
You pop all the world's balloons.
Yes.
So, fun fact, there is a Steam remake, because this is a cheap license, so somebody just nabbed it and made it. And it's pretty okay. It basically plays like this. It's kind of hard to ruin this game. I believe it is
like
actually called
Goku.
Parent.
Yeah, the art is very Toriyama-ish.
Was this the one that we played multiplayer?
Yes.
Yeah, because I've seen this before.
Okay, yeah, so .emu released a new iteration of this game called Pang Adventures on Steam, and I think some consoles if you ever want to check it out.
Amazing.
I believe that version would have been something like Pang 4? Oh god.
Yes, because I believe this went on in arcades until Pang 3. And 3 had... So I don't remember 2, I remember 1 and 3. 3 had a different theme.
2 is actually the one that I'm more used to, because it is the version that Super Buster Brothers on the SNES is based on.
Okay, but what are some of these fucking sound effects?
So the weird thing, actually, speaking of the sound and music, this game actually uses a really weird sound chip. Not weird in, like, the fact that it itself is weird. It's weird for an arcade game. I forgot the name of the actual numbering of it, but it is it's like the Yamaha OPLL chip, which is actually the chip that was, used, it's the chip that was used in the Master System. For the FM chip. And also the VRC chip in the Famicom, and also the MSX audio for the MSX. Very few games used it for the arcade.
Also, the dynamite you avoided there, basically it makes everything explode all the way to the smallest balloon.
It is a power-up in name only, because it usually will end up screwing.
It's a trap. Yeah.
I know, crap.
Also, enemies, if you touch them, basically they will make it so that you can't shoot. Also, just to describe some of the weapon power-ups, the one that I have is the wire, which basically you shoot it up, and then it will kind of stay for a while, and then if the balloon touches it, it'll pop.
It'll stick in the ceiling and make an awful fucking noise.
Yeah, basically the 4 main weapons in this game are single hook, double hooks, you can have 2 at once, that shot where it's the wire where it stands still. Then you have like 2 diagonal shots in the sequels, I think.
You also have a gun in this!
There's also a gun. So the thing with the gun is that while you can shoot it extremely fast, the thing is it can't break blocks. So, like, if I got it here, I can't destroy these, whereas if I had a wire, I could. Or just a hook, I could.
No, it also means you can't, like, set up sort of traps for the balls either.
No.
They have to be over you, which is really dangerous with the small ones.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I think they changed the gun in the sequel to be basically...
Don't grab the dynamite, show us hell.
Yeah, they changed the gun in the sequel to basically be this massive, like, Kamehameha-style beam. that temporarily lasts. Because I think people probably
I
weren't
see.
using the gun that much. But yeah, the theme of this game changed in 3 from travel around the world to you're playing like art thieves, and the background is usually like various works of art
Yeah.
that they're stealing.
Also, I remember that game having some not so flattering stereotypes.
Oh, you don't like the very stereotypical Mexican and Latino characters?
No. That's exactly what I was thinking of.
Yeah, it's like, it has 4 characters, 2 are horrible stereotypes, and then the other 2 are a monkey and a pirate.
God, I hate the sound of that, like the grapple lodging into the ceiling. Yeah, this weapon really sucks against the little
There we
ones.
go. I did it. Also, this is also kind of a good game to play multiplayer, because if you're doing a 2-player, they're both people play simultaneous. One problem with it is that if one person dies, both players have to start the level over.
Yeah, it's really good and not terrible. Ask me anything.
I think they fixed that in 3, at least. Because in that one, if you die, you don't actually restart the level, you lose a life, and it kind of freezes time. And then you have, like, 3 seconds of balls being frozen, so you can just shoot them off.
Yeah.
The third game of the series is really good.
One thing I should mention, because I don't think I've mentioned it yet, is basically this game gets associated with
Touch the
Capcom.
trap.
This game gets associated with Capcom a lot, but it is actually a game that is developed by a company called Mitchell Corp. And this was actually one of the first games they made. That company's claim to fame is actually they're the developers of Puzzle, which is the game that basically, I don't know if they were just really not litigious about people copying their stuff, but it is the game that you probably know as like Zuma or Luxor.
Oh yeah, that game. Yeah, I know about that.
Yeah, they're actually the original developers of that. And it is just a game that just has been copied over and over and over again. Also, the other game that they are probably most well known for is a game called Osmond, which is actually kind of a spiritual successor to Strider. Because eventually the guy who directed Strider would eventually leave Capcom to join Mitchell. So he made a game that
Strider
was
here.
basically a game that was meant to be a spiritual successor to Strider. Which is actually the second of like 3 times that he's done that, because there was another game that was meant to be a spiritual successor to Strider. I want to say it was like Moon Divers or something like that.
Oh god, I played that. Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the PlayStation 3 game for 4 players.
Yes. That is done by the same guy who did Strider.
Oh, okay, and that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, it's 4-player Strider, it's ridiculous. And it actually has online multiplayer.
Ooh.
Just fucking murdered that bird.
Hell yeah, Australia.
Wow, this is some hopeful music.
This sounds really familiar. Like this song.
You fool, you fell for it.
Yeah, kinda.
That's what it sounds like. The opening of the Fantasy Zone.
I love it, yeah.
Yeah,
Rip
kinda.
Lolo, dead in Australia. Oop.
Nope, had to wait. Okay, just gotta wait. Oh, so I haven't done something in a while that I need to do.
Wow.
The
Wow.
blacksmith's daughter.
Nope, didn't do anything. Okay. So yeah, that's Buster Brothers.
Sure is.
Get this next game loaded up. Okay. That definitely probably belongs in the attack category. So let's see. I would probably actually put that above, say, Wonder Boy, maybe? Actually, probably above DuckTales.
Yeah, I'd put
Yes.
it above DuckTales. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Okay. That is 5.5.
Can't wait for all the angry comments about you talking crap about DuckTales.
I mean, it's gotta go down at some point. 24.
How is DuckTales going up? What is this?
Let's see.
And look, nothing will ever match the hate he got for the Hydra rant.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
That was an experience.
I'm just gonna call that an action game. Actually, no. I'm gonna call that a shmup.
It's more of a puzzle game. Like, I know it seems like a platformer game, but actually all the levels are laid out in a way that there is a very, like, best solution to do things, especially the later levels.
Yeah.
Like the order in which you remove blocks and the order in which you should probably break the bubbles. Like, it's probably not apparent in the start of the game, but the later levels are a lot like that.
Yeah, sure, I'll put that. That sounds fine. Yeah, because I don't think it's puzzly enough to go probably into the mind category, but
No.
here.
It's an attack puzzle.
Yes. Let's see. Would that be more cheerful or cute?
Cheerful.
Yep.
Nothing cute about a boy with a gun.
All right. Then the OST soundtrack was decent. The problem is that it's very quiet. Like, even if you turn it up, it's still quiet.
Whereas the sound effects are very loud and very obnoxious.
I'll put that C. Art.
That was very
It's a pretty
nice.
game. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'd probably put a B for that. Or is it... I don't know if I'd go full
B
A.
sounds good to me.
Actually, sure. I'll go full it. I'll go for A. Mechanics.
How dare you?
Mechanics should be like on the high end in my
Yeah,
opinion.
because
I'd say B.
Yeah, at least, because even for being the first Pang rendition, it actually is very good. Like, it's actually not that far off from later Pangs.
Yeah, it has some
Yeah, like-
minor issues like the dynamite being a fucking trap it loves to drop, but
Yeah, and I think
But
that's a Pang standard, I think, though.
Yeah, it's a Pang standard. Like it's not meant to be a power up. It's meant to be. I mean, you can use it as a power up, but it's not really a power up. I don't like. It's very simple. So I think like in hindsight, it's very easy to say, oh, you break a ball and it becomes two smaller balls, and so on and so on. But
and simplicity is fine if it does it right.
yeah, it does it right, and it's like a pretty relevant. Although that's the next column, but I think it's like pretty good mechanic wise.
Yeah. Just trying to look at the other. Yeah, we'll put Pac-Man and also Mushima-sama. I think I might go B because I think the other, like the next game, I think would probably. Although I'm trying to think, what else did it add? Later games add. The the whole dying checkpoint thing might also kind of put it off a little bit.
Yeah, so the things they fixed later on, they had diagonal shots. They made the gun like a temporary useful power-up rather than like a bad weapon to pick up. And the checkpointing was much more generous.
Yeah, I think I'll put a B for now, or for that one, and then probably later ones will probably get higher up. Let's see. Impact. I mean,
I'd go with an A.
I don't know if I'd go A, but I'd probably go maybe B.
Okay, so here's my reasoning for why it should be an A. Like, this isn't one of those games where you, like, it's, like, in the gamer sphere, like, culturally, like, impactful. Like, most people don't know about it. But, like, as a concept, like, as a mechanic, there are so many pan clones on, like, everything everywhere, like, in mobile browser, like, even Game Maker tutorials, and, like, the ones that are packaged in. It's just, like, I think the mechanic of breaking bubbles into smaller pieces with those kind of physics is more in the consciousness than the actual game name.
Yeah, true when you put it like that. Yeah, I can see putting an A. Age. This game's aged pretty well. Except for maybe the slight, like the slight thing, like the checkpoint and all that. I'd say it's aged, like, incredibly well. I'd probably put it a B.
That sounds good, man.
Yeah, what gets me more is like the audio weirdness that's just caused by the sound chip more than anything.
Yeah. Difficulty.
I'd say C is fine.
Yeah, C sounds good.
But for an arcade game, it's pretty, like, on the more generous side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're back.
It's very easy to pick up because of the simplicity of the mechanics.
Yes.
All right. So, yeah, so that was Buster Brothers. So, if we're talking about games involving going around the world, potentially to see who would be, like, thinking about, like, a competition throughout the world in which you have representatives of the world. There's basically one game we kind of need to take a look at.
Is this a G Gundam game?
No, this is not a G Gundam game.
And why would you disappoint me like this?
Exactly.
Unfortunately, this game is for use in all countries except the USA, Canada, Mexico, and Japan. Whoops.
Whoopsie doodle.
Whoops. Oh yeah, fist fighting.
Rude!
So this is Street Fighter 2 Championship Edition. So there's quite a few versions of this game I could have taken a look at.
Oh, this is kind of loud.
Okay. So, Street Fighter 2. Obviously a sequel to the original Street Fighter. This game's kind of notorious for having multiple different versions of it. The original version basically had 8 characters that you can play as. Then there was another release, which is the version that we're taking a look at now, that is Street Fighter 2 Champion Edition, which let you do two things that are notable. One, basically, in the original, if you were playing 2 players, if, say, one person picked Ken, the other person could not pick Ken. So there was no mirror matching. Champion Edition lets you mirror match. It also lets you play as the 4 boss characters. And then, I believe there's also some balance changes in this version. The other thing or version we could have taken a look at is Street Fighter 2 Turbo, which basically is exactly what it sounds like. It basically greatly speeds the game up, but it makes it a bit too fast in my opinion, so I don't think it would have been a really good one to take a look at. So this version is probably the kind of the best one to take a look at, if we're just going to take a look at this because there is also a Super Street Fighter 2. That in itself is different enough that I think would warrant another ranking. So if we're talking pre-Super, this would probably be the best one to take a look at.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and start. There is kind of only one person that I kind of want to pick.
And I just appreciate that Guile looks incredibly depressed.
Speaking of which.
Just look at this man.
Also, so normally if you're taking a look at fighting games, this isn't kind of the best. Actually playing just the normal arcade version would not be the best way of taking a look at this. But we kind of need to kind of take a look at some of these. Like, this is kind of one of the more famous ones of the thing with fighting games, at least of this style, that are kind of notorious in arcades. They're kind of bastards.
They want those quarters.
Yep.
Yeah, especially SNK games. Like, for December I did KOF 94, and that was a nightmare. I couldn't get past stage 2.
Also, if you hold down a button, it makes everything speed up in the background. So, yeah. Probably should mention that this game is basically the, improves on Street Fighter 1 in basically every single way. Namely, you have you don't just have to play as Ryu, also kind of introduces some different control schemes that or I don't know if control scheme is probably the best word, but different ways of producing or doing special moves, which by the way are now much easier to pull off than in the original. And kind of make them more of a standard part rather than just a, oh wow, that's a secret thing I can do. Because Ryu and Ken still have the same ones they did in the original. The thing is that some other ways of doing Flash Out when I go to the character. Actually, talking about Guile, the character we just did. He is an example of a charge character. So basically, rather than doing a like a half circle, a quarter circle, or a kind of a dragon punch motion, you hold back on the stick and then quickly move it forward and then hit a button, and that'll, or it's either left or right or down and up. So yeah, a little bit different way of doing that.
Yeah, a lot of stuff that this game introduced became like stable, like how health bars are laid out, how the health bars timers, how inputs are laid out, how basically character archetypes as well. Like you have the standard like Shoto characters and the grapplers and the charge characters as well mentioned, zoners.
Also, speaking of charge characters, here's another one. Chun-Li also has another move, which is basically if you mash kick, she will do a fast series of kicks. But also, just to describe the way that Geef is kind of different, or actually different than a lot of other characters in this game. He is basically what is known as a grappler. And I'm kind of doing a poor job at showing it off because it is kind of, you can see there's the kick thing. But let's see if I can actually pull it off. That's not going to work. But basically, so how Geef being a wrestler, basically he has, his special moves are, throws. So the way you do that is you actually turn the stick in a circle. So it's 360 motion, and then either punch or kick. I am not that good at actually pulling it off, at least in this version.
Yeah, it's a punch, and I could be wrong on this, but I believe where you start the motion from matters in this game.
That sounds about right.
I think, and in the later games, it doesn't matter where you start the motion from.
Yeah.
I believe. Usually the best way to actually do a grapple is to buffer it from either another move while you're waking up or while you're landing when jumping.
Yes.
Which is why when you see like people online playing Geef or back in the day in arcades, you'd see a lot of jumping.
Yeah, That is, as someone who basically in Street Fighter 4 mained both Geek and T-Hawk, that is definitely a thing.
Is there another version of Street Fighter 2 that had like T-Hawk and...
So that is actually Super Street Fighter 2.
Okay.
That is when those characters were added. Okay, so now that I've completed that bonus stage, the game's gonna start being a massive dick.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
USS.
Finally, time to kill yourself. Wait.
Defeat your evil twin.
Oh, awesome.
Does this still have...
That's a spinning pile driver.
It's a great way to
Okay,
collapse
get it
someone's
up.
spinal column.
So does this game still have like regular throws on light, heavy?
I don't think it's
like medium.
It's different.
I would say light punch and light kick.
I think it's like punch. Also,
This game does become a dick.
Just get suplexed into oblivion.
Round 2, fight!
so one other thing, also introduces dizzying, which so the thing is that normally dizzying would be you would have to take a standard amount of damage in a very short amount of time in order to get the dizzy to actually happen. In this game, it seems like the CPU gets additional like Disney they get like immunity to the dizzy that you don't get.
Yeah. It probably works the same way as it does in modern Street Fighter, except in modern Street Fighter, like you have a bar showing how close you are to getting stunned. But it's basically, if you keep getting hit without hitting back, it just keeps increasing. And then when that bar is full, you get dizzy or stunned. Fun fact that I learned fairly recently, like Mortal Kombat fatality mechanic actually came from the idea of being dizzy in Street Fighter, because designers of Mortal Kombat didn't like dizzy as a mechanic. Like it felt like weird to get punished for it, so then they decided, oh, we want to keep it, but let's like make it funny, like at the end of the match.
So one thing I never like the music in Street Fighter is really good. The thing is that I always didn't like about it is the fact that when you get when someone's really close to being like dying, they speed up the music, which this just happens to be
Really
in the
rude.
emulator is that it's actually starting to screw up a little bit.
To be fair, your time magic is not exactly helping.
No, it is the time magic that is causing it. Also, take a look at the range that he can grab me at.
Yeah, no, it's absurd.
One thing that is also kind of really, like, bad is the fact that, you'll notice that maybe, CPU can do, moves that normally they can't, in ways that, like, would be impossible for the human to do. Like, for a charge character to do charge moves walking forwards.
Oh yeah, that was like a thing until like 2000s.
Yeah.
Round 2,
Takes a lot of time to program that to not happen.
Well, yeah, it's much easier to tell him, hey, do this move in this situation, rather than, oh, hey, like, do this previously to do the move. Or rather, you would probably go more along the lines of, did I press forward at this amount of time? No. Okay, you're allowed to do the charge move then.
Yeah, emulating inputs would be super weird.
I don't think anybody thought about that. I mean, it's not hard, like, now I think games take that into consideration, definitely. Just because the AI is meant to be authentic to playing a player. but back then I don't think.
Also, one other thing that seems like they do is they make your damage do, like, it decreases the amount of damage your attacks do, depending upon how low their health is.
Oh, they do more damage the lower your health is? What?
No, they take less damage.
Oh. Is that just for CPU or for you as well?
That is just for CPU. Because look how much damage
That's
that Lariat did.
That's garbage.
It's really... I didn't know this, but it's really funny because that's actually a core mechanic in Guilty Gear. Like, that you take less damage the lower your health is.
I mean, if it's played both sides, yes, but just for the CPU, that's just ugh.
At least I'm pretty sure it is just for the CPU.
Also, it is really aggressive in this game.
Also, Sagred's asking when are we doing Rainbow Edition, and that is a whole discussion. So.
Yeah, I am totally down with doing Rainbow Edition at some point, but yeah, I don't want to start off with
Rainbow Edition.
Rainbow Edition is basically a hacked version that just does not make any sense.
It's great.
There is an extremely good article on
Oh
how
my god,
Rainbow
Elephant, shut the
Edition.
fuck up.
There's an extremely good article on Eurogamer that I linked in chat, which goes into detail on how Rainbow Edition basically influenced Street Fighter's core design.
Also, I don't think that different characters have different health values.
Also, holy
That-
shit, these elephants are annoying.
Yes.
I don't even know if like different health values per character is a thing in modern Street Fighter. Like
It
that's
is.
a
It
thing
very
that
much is.
it is. Okay, because there are so many. It's not a standardized thing because each fighting game does it differently. So I'm never sure where it is a thing
there
or
is-
it isn't.
There's actually a thing that the director of this game originally wanted everyone had the same size health bar, except for Chun-Li, who had slightly
Yes, because she's a woman.
yes.
Yep, I remember that.
Also, I should
Yeah.
mention Geef's Lariat. That is actually done. It is another kind of unique kind of method of doing it. It is hitting all three punch buttons at once.
Oh, okay. Can you like buffer a grab to happen after a lariat?
I don't know actually. Also, what?
Jesus Christ, is that damage?
Also, I don't think they take chip damage either.
You win. Round 2. Fight.
You know, like I've never liked Street Fighter personally, but it is so surreal that like so much of what this game did is still standardized today.
Yes.
Like it's ridiculous how much it nailed on the first try. Like even if you were to go to something like or a second try, yeah. Like even if you look at something like Doom and how modern FPSs relate to Doom, it's not like this. Like this is still like
Okay.
much more standardized.
Hold on. Did you see how much? Oh god, I need to end this quickly.
Okay, but Bear, could we just like drop the Ryu as an archetype that's in fucking everything?
Yeah.
I think
Even
I
in
defend the Ryu.
spoilers, my god.
The Ryu is a good character to help teach to learn.
Yeah, it's a really good starting character. Sadly, like Arc System Works manages to make non-standard main characters, but in general, it's a very safe way to do Ryu.
You fucked it. Okay, but can people actually make their Ryus interesting?
I'm trying to remember, is there an interesting Ryu? Because all of them
the
are
Blood
boring.
Edge.
Because it seems
I
like
mean-
it's just a requirement for them to be boring as shit.
Ragna's not a Ryu. Ragna's not a Ryu.
Not a Ryu.
He's a main character. Neither is Soul Bad Guy and Guilty Gear. Kai is closer to a Ryu, but not even he is. It's weird because it's that weird thing where you kind of need a Ryu because it's such an iconic thing. Not because like, oh, we have to tick the box. It's more like when you have people transitioning from one game to another, it's very good to have something familiar to touch base with.
True.
So that's why we see it so much. But like, you didn't think like Killer Instinct having Jay go like he was boring as fuck as well.
Is it a legal requirement? Is it written down somewhere?
I mean, I don't think people complain if you don't have one these days. Like,
Well, no, I just meant like making a Ryu boring.
Oh, that.
I mean, I think they,
Oh.
by the archetype, kind of have to be boring.
Yeah.
Boring by definition.
As much as I like over-the-top interesting characters, a lot of people are put off by them as well.
Yeah. Those people are boring.
They are. I mean, it's kind of like when you play, like, I don't know, when you play Soul Calibur, and everybody's like, oh yeah, I'm playing these serious characters, and then somebody picks Waldo, and they're like, oh, why is this character even in the game? Like, it makes no sense, it's so dumb.
Look, Voldo is
I'm just
incredibly
ready.
serious.
I mean, I
You
know
can play
that-
a Spawn in Soul Calibur. I think we're well past
I mean, I
the
know
point
that
of
they-
being
He can play as Link.
serious.
I know that he was going to be
Link.
in here or in there, but I'm glad that
Yoda.
Voldo has been announced.
Although I fucking hate to play, but I love that he is a thing that exists.
See, my favorite.
This just aggressively sexual murder gimp it's beautiful.
Go ahead, Carl.
My favorite character to play in Soul Calibur was Talum, which I'm glad that she's coming back for 6. Just because I love being able to just jump all across around the stage.
Oh, actually, maybe the damage scaling is both sides, because I took a hit that normally I probably would have died.
I think the point is big hits are more beneficial.
I was gonna say, like, you still have people who complain about Kuma and Tekken, like, being like, oh, why is this character in this game, even though he's been in there since the very, very first game.
Was he?
Yeah.
Because they're basic ass bitches.
Because they hate things that are fun and interesting.
I mean, people complain about Blanca and Street Fighter for the longest time, if we're gonna be... Like,
I mean, also, part of the problem with Blanca is that he's Ono's favorite.
Yeah.
Look, some people hate fun.
There's a lot of boring archetypes in fighting games. Like, you know, the grappler always has to be this big big slow character. The main character always has to be this very generic dude. They have to be Russian or very Russian inspired.
Okay, but let's look at
Okay.
that for a second.
Okay, time to fight the boss characters.
Oh no.
Oh, have fun.
Okay,
Hell yeah, Mike Tyson.
Round 1.
So, actually, speaking of that, so one thing that's actually a weird kind of bit of trivia is the fact that, so, if you're familiar with Street Fighter, there's a character that is named M. Bison. That is what this character is named in Japan. He's named Bar here because, obviously, if you have a character named M. Bison that is very clearly a boxer and, like, totally not
Has
like
a
Bison.
terrible haircut.
Then it is definitely questionable. Oh my.
Yeah, they were terrified of getting sued by Tyson, so I think he died.
Yeah, he had a sliver of
Yeah.
health left.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they rotated the names between Balrog and Bison Vega. So, so M. Bison, the evil dude, or the evil dictator, was called Vega in Japan, and he got Bison.
Yep.
Vega, the masked dude, was called Balrog and became Vega. And then Balrog was called Bison in Japan, but became Balrog. And I think the naming convention still exists in Japan. So when you like usually look up tournament footage nowadays about for Street Fighter, and you're checking like character matchups, because usually they annotate like Ryo versus Guile and stuff like that. Those three characters are annotated, I think, as Boxer, Dictator, and Mask.
It's Boxer, Dictator, and Claw.
Yeah, okay, Claw. One of the two, close.
Okay, but what's up with that wedding chapel? The place is fucking huge.
It's Las Vegas. That's what they do. They get married and gamble. Nugget Minden Ball.
I was gonna say, I think that's probably my second favorite stage music. The one coming up is probably my favorite. Oh, except for, I gotta do this first.
Fuck yeah, I love bonus stage. Oh wow,
I feel like that was cheating. Can we look at Mang getting trashed in the background?
Okay, so.
Spain.
Spain.
Round 1. Fight.
Oh god, I hate playing against Vega.
Yeah.
Even against, like, people playing Vega normally, I hate Vega so much.
Oh, so he's the rushdown character, I guess.
Every single one of his moves is made to be an asshole character.
Notice how he jumps constantly.
Yeah, it's because he has wall jump moves.
Oh, also, he can do this, which, by the way, if you're playing as Vega, you can't do that.
Yep.
It's almost like he's a boss character in a fighting game.
Yeah, he is. It is the one that is actually the one case of a CPU only move in this game. Because not even the last boss has something.
Actually, when talking about that, I believe there are like CPU only combos for Vega because of the way the AI works, but I'm not sure in which iteration of Street Fighter it is.
That sounds about right.
Or like either that, or there are combos you can do only on CPU Vega. There's some really weird stuff with that character. That's the only thing I remember.
How much damage? Damn.
He does really good.
Just fucking your face up.
Yeah, so the way that Vega actually is meant to be played is that he is a character that is basically... He has a, is it change-up is kind of the term that I'm looking for, but basically it is...
Mix up.
Where basically he has a base move that, depending upon what button you do, will do something different.
Round 3.
I know what you mean.
Or is that options or something like that?
No, an option select is when you do one input that does different things depending on what your opponent's doing. So an option select, for example, like a option select for a throw would be you do an input that if the opponent is blocking will throw them, but if the opponent is not blocking, it'll actually hit them, for example. And it's basically you do an input and the game system does the most beneficial thing for you. Some games have that intentionally, like Guilty Gear, and some games have that as a side effect.
Which is the options character in Guilty Gear?
Well, it's not a character type. It's just like a thing you can do with characters, like in general.
Okay.
Like for example, an option select in Guilty Gear is usually with throws, where if you're out, like if the opponent does something, you'll attack them and hit them, and if they're not doing anything, it'll become throw.
Also, Sagat, the final boss from the first game.
So was Sagat in the first Street Fighter 2?
Yeah, what do you mean?
Well, like the first iteration of Street Fighter 2.
Yes, he is basically this.
But was he in the console version? Because I think in the console version it was just...
I thought so. I'm just thinking about the Street Fighter cartoon now, how bad it is.
Tiger! Tiger! Tiger!
I mean, everyone remembers the incredible shrinking DJ.
Oh, that also reminds me of the little intro bit where there's two guys punching each other. Well,
Yeah.
one guy getting punched. Supposedly that is Cody from Final Fight and the character Mike from the original Street Fighter.
Didn't they confirm? Didn't they confirm it wasn't Cody though at some point?
Maybe. I just remember hearing that's who those two characters are.
Isn't Cody the prisoner guy in later ones?
Yes.
Yes.
That's the Mayor Cody. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Who is now the mayor of Retro City. Because I don't know why they are going down that path.
Forever getting punched in the dick.
I swear though, the Street Fighter timeline, like chronologically of the games, is really confusing.
Yes. Well, it doesn't help the fact that they bounce around between the numbers.
Yeah, because like, is it 5 like before?
5 is pre-4, but no, wait, it's after. No, I think actually 5 I think is the latest.
Okay,
It's almost like Street Fighter canon is dumb.
which means a fighting game
Because I
canon.
believe
They're all dumb.
Because it goes 1 alpha, 2, 4, 3. and then 5.
Okay, Carnival, you say that, but Guilty Gear is magical.
Yes, dumb and magical are not mutually exclusive. Because Blaze Blue, and I shall stop there.
I mean, the
Oh wow, you stunned him.
The Guilty Gear timeline only gets confusing if you start looking into the drama CDs, and even then, it's like not too confusing. Blaze Blue, you need like a flowchart.
I appreciate that they made their own anime for fucking Guilty Gear, basically.
Yep.
Because that's what fucking story mode is.
Yeah. I mean, Arc System Works really likes time travel, and I'm kind of annoyed by it because like makes every
Actually,
story
one
very
thing that I always
complicated.
felt funny about Bison is that Bison is a really basic final boss for a fighting game.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's nice.
I wonder why you
mean,
say this, Lolo.
He's got a psycho predator. That's a pretty cool move. Hell yeah.
Wait, does Akuma appear in this one,
No,
or is that Super?
that is Super. That is actually so. There's actually two versions of Super. There is what is it? There is the original Super, which added the additional characters and basically made some changes. Then there is also Super Turbo, also known as Hyper, which was the first one with the actual super moves. But also they added it so that if you beat this entire game without losing a fight, you would fight Akuma.
And the way Akuma appears is pretty fucking sweet.
Yes, because basically it's the M. Bison fight, and then all of a sudden, Bison gets Raging Beam.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And then you get your shit pushed in, right?
Yes,
Yes.
because
Yes,
Akuma,
Akuma is ridiculous.
because CPU Akuma is different than character Akuma. Like very blatant.
Well, even character Akuma, when he was available with a cheat code, was pretty fucking broken.
Yes, because that also was so. Wait, I thought for a second that you like.
Yeah, you did that right.
The thing is that basically the character Akuma that they basically the change they made is basically give him extremely low health. Like he has all this like he's very powerful, but he has no health.
Yeah, plus Kango.
But in the original, that was not the case. He had the same amount of health as everyone else.
And push your shit in.
Also, we're here for the best ending in any fighting game ever.
I mean,
Yes.
this is pretty good too.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
It's Mikhail Gorbachev.
yeah. I like that they got his little head dimple thing.
Yeah.
His birthmark, yeah.
Now it's time to celebrate in the appropriate Russian fashion.
Have you never seen this, Starbuck?
I have never seen this.
Really?
It's so good.
Yes, it is.
Oh my fucking god.
The president, you dance very well.
What the fuck is this ending?
I don't know if you've noticed the cast, Corp, but there are some stereotypes in this game.
Just a little bit. Okay, maybe
Oh.
more than a little bit.
Oh, because because I lost a round, I don't get the credits.
What?
You fool.
Yeah, if you continue, you don't get the credits. I mean, it's just the credits,
Who
so
gives
it's
a
not
shit?
like it's story,
Mhm.
but Anyway, yeah, that is Street Fighter 2 Championship Edition. That it definitely belongs in the charisma category.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, also, what are you doing? What did I accidentally click on? Oh, whoops.
You click on the last screen and Buster Bro.
Oh.
Difficult. We said it was C.
Yep,
Yeah.
see. Okay, so I'd say this is definitely better than Street Fighter. But
Yeah,
it's better than Puyo Puyo, though.
That's a matter of taste. I would say I put them on the same level.
That's better.
It's very, it's very much a matter of taste.
If we're talking Puyo Puyo Classic, I would say this is
Yeah.
better.
Yeah.
It's definitely better
But
than Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine.
I would put it above Karate Champion.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I can see. Okay, so
Look,
Yeah.
you'll be playing better fighting games and you'll drop it down in rank. Don't worry.
Classic Puyo Puyo has problems.
Oh my god, Marithian. Please don't.
one. Capcom. Let's see, tone.
There wasn't really
Martial
one.
arts.
I would probably say
Racism.
atonal.
Yeah.
Damn it.
It's pretty atonal.
That's also
It's not full on racism yet. Don't worry. We missed the two big characters.
Mm-hmm.
Soundtrack, A or B. in
A or
my
B.
opinion.
yeah. I would
be.
probably say B.
Yep.
Yeah.
Also,
I've never been too into the soundtrack of this
what is it?
series, so yeah.
I mean, honestly, the one I really
like it.
remember the one I remember the most is just Guile's theme, but otherwise,
okay, to you.
Right, everybody knows God's theme.
Okay. Art.
I give that another 7 B.
Kinda ugly.
I'd probably give that a C.
Yeah.
Really?
It'll get better.
Well, actually, no. Wait, which year was this? 1991.
91.
When was the first Fatal Fury?
First Fatal Fury,
91?
probably around then. Probably 92, I bet.
Let me check. No, it was also 91. Yeah, like I think like using that as a comparison, like, yeah, this looks worse than SNK games.
Let's
My
see.
problem isn't just that. My problem is like the art style. Like the characters are very ugly.
It's very mainstream and safe.
Also, I'm going to load up the next game while we finish this up, and hopefully... Yeah.
Also, Guile looked like he needed to see a fucking psychologist.
Also,
Wait,
Poor
that's
guy.
Guile? I thought it was the guy from JoJo's.
no, it's not. No. No.
The Nazi.
No. Oh.
Yeah, von Stronheim.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about Polnareff. But anyway, yeah, mechanics. I would,
The point is, flat tops are terrible. Gone.
Yeah.
yeah, I would probably. I'm debating because, I mean, this game was pretty, like, I mean, obviously, this game basically. Oh, also, why don't we just go ahead and get rid of that? Also,
I'm glad we're skipping that. I mean,
mechanics,
Like-
because this game, like, it made fighting games. Like,
it's standardized so much, and it's not like, oh, everybody's like still doing it because
Yeah,
that's the most
it's-
obvious thing. It just
Part of
nailed
it's like-
everything right away.
Part of it's like the Seinfeld effect, basically.
Mhm.
It seems super dated because everything that came after built upon it specifically.
yeah.
Like, it was revolutionary at the time, but because everything now is built on top of that, it seems more dated than it actually is.
Exactly.
Like even like the only fighting games that you'd see that like don't ape stuff from this are like really exotic stuff like Bushido Blade. But in general, everything else, even arena fighters, are all built up in this more or less.
The only thing that I would probably say about the like, that I would say would degrade the mechanics is probably just how
Computer's
much
a
of a
cheating
giant
bastard.
dick this game is.
Yeah.
Well, not good difficulty or age.
Oh, well,
No,
not
good
so
difficult.
much. Not so, it just.
But
there's
also,
a lot of
it's because
a
the
lot of it
computer
just feels
doesn't
really
play by the
weird.
rules.
Yeah, it feels like some of it, like, it's difficult, but also some of it feels like it's going against you, and that's part of the the mechanics are also going.
I
like,
would
the
at the
damage-
very least say B, though.
Yeah,
I guess it depends on like
Yeah.
whether you view it as a like single player ordeal or a multiplayer ordeal. Because it feels like Street Fighter 1 was built more to be a single player game, and this was built to be a multiplayer game.
yeah, because I think if you're playing 2-player, probably is not as bad, but it's still. Also, there's things like the fact that there's explicitly no combos. There's just some things that feel like also sometimes control or like move execution's not super tight. Like, it's tight, but granted, that also just becomes of there's been so many iterations of it.
Yeah, once again, it's because it is dated. Like, it is the foundation, essentially.
Yeah. But it was a pretty solid foundation.
Yeah, that being said, age, I think this game is not aged well.
No, not at all.
Particularly, no.
So I would probably say, I don't know if I'd go, it's either C or D.
Don't I do. It's not. I wouldn't say D. I'd say C.
I would say
at
C.
least.
Yeah.
Like
Difficult.
like original Street Fighter is like theory, but like this is C.
Original Street Fighter is a trash
definitely-
one. But once again, like, you can still apply, like, a lot of, like, new rules
Yeah.
back to this one because it spawned them.
Yeah.
Like this at least mechanically still makes sense. So yeah,
I would say that the game itself has aged, not just the
Oh,
AI.
it's a dick. It's a
'Cause the
fucking
AI
dick. Oh, yeah.
Modern
No,
Street
no.
Fighter AI is also basically, it has ties to that, so it's not like that is still a thing in fighting games.
I think Tyrion is mostly asking like, does it play well, not counting the AI, and it still feels very dated in that regard. Like it's very clunky.
Yes. Difficulty.
Difficulty is just a giant middle finger.
Because
It's a fighting game. Like fighting games were the worst in the arcades in terms of that.
Yeah, I think that fighting games, if we're going to talk about the single player, I mean by nature, like, because the thing is, you can't really rank of like a game if you're playing it primarily 2 players against difficulty, because that really the difficulty is dependent upon the person you're playing against. So, I'd say if we're doing difficulty, we'd have to rank it by the single player.
To be fair, mechanical depth and execution could also play into difficulty. So even with like another person,
That's true.
I'm just gonna say, like, going by like how difficult it is to fight AI, until you reach like the full swing of made for home consoles fighting games, it's probably gonna be E or D for almost anything you rank.
Pretty much. And
yeah, like as I said,
a game having a low difficulty or a high difficulty doesn't mean that it's necessarily bad. It's
well, like also because like difficulty in this case for like something like a fighting game is also a case of ease of use in how you pick it up and are able to execute it and how it feels to execute it too. If that makes any sense.
Yeah. So yeah. That's Street Fighter 2. That opens the door for a lot of other games. And almost an entire genre, one could say. But yes, that is Street Fighter 2. So, this next game, I actually kind of had kind of a weird thing with this next game, because part of the thing that I had, or part of the rule set that I had for this, that if I were to play a game that normally I would play the original release first, the thing is with the original release of this game, I don't know how I can get it to work. Like, I can get the game, like, physically to work. I just don't know. Like, it is different than the versions that I've played, so I don't think I can do that version justice. Also, it is a very rare version that I don't think a lot of people even know exists. So I've decided to go ahead and play the version that people actually exist, or people know, are probably more familiar with. So a while, like, actually, I think in this was the second episode. And actually, let's go to the list again. We ranked the game Neketsu wa Kunio-kun. Yeah, actually, episode 2. During that episode, we mentioned that game spawned the Kunio-kun franchise. One of the big kind of spin-offs was the various sports games that came off of that. So, this game is Super Dodgeball.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Okay, I was hoping it was the other one, but okay, I'll deal with this.
Yeah, you fucking...
I was hoping it was the football game.
Oh no, that actually comes... So the funny thing about that actually is, in Japan, that game is actually called... It's like Neketsu wa Dodgeball Soccer Hen. Like, it has the soccer game has the word dodgeball in the name.
Nice.
So yes. But yes. This is definitely based on the Kunio-kun franchise. This is also, this is the Western version. Obviously, so, why don't we go ahead and start. So, we are Team USA. Normally in the Japanese version, you would be playing as Neketsu High School, and we'd have like Kunio and all that on our team. So, I'm actually, and you can, so each of these characters have different stats. I'm going to set this to be my team. Okay, so this is very much a dodgeball game.
Bright flickering.
Yes.
Yes, I remember when I played this in the arcade pad and was told, oh, it's quite easy.
Yeah, but
that's
just
a
Mike
full
said
fix
that.
Yeah. And he was
Because were
incredibly
you going
wrong.
against the Soviet team?
I was playing the final stage at the hardest difficulty.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this is like easy. Like it says a 4, but it's realistically a 3 or a 2, and I got what's handed to me.
Okay. So yeah, it's not strictly dodgeball in that obviously if you get hit, you don't get eliminated immediately. You actually have health. But God, I'm trying to do something that normally I shouldn't not have this much difficulty, but the thing is, if you hit the ball, or like try and throw the ball as soon as you cross the line, you will do a special shot. Yeah.
You will literally murder a man.
Yeah, I actually played a lot of this on the Game Boy, like ages ago. So yeah, there's a lot of things you can do with it, like super moves and like whatever super throws
There we go.
and things like that.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah.
Oh,
Jesus
wow.
Christ, you killed that man! He's literally dead, you fucker!
Yo, killed 2!
2 people you fucking murdered!
Yeah, that's the thing. When you eliminate people, you straight up kill them.
Yeah, you fucking
Brutal.
murdered them! You sick bastard!
It really is a Kunio-kun game.
Yep. And now that we have beaten Team USA, we will now represent USA to go around the world.
Beat up fucking England.
Ah, now you are the Team USA.
That's how this works, right?
And when you defeat in the United Kingdom, you will become the United Kingdom.
I don't think that's how it works.
For
Also,
defeating the United Kingdom, we give you the title Big United Kingdom.
also, Randy has the best move in the game. Maybe not
Which is?
technically wise, but just in terms of, well, hold on. Let me actually see if I can pull it. There we go.
What?
Oh wow.
They go flying all around the world.
Yep.
Finally!
There we go.
The theme makes sense!
Also, he's dead now.
Scott's
You literally
dead.
murdered the man! It's really fucked up!
Oh wow.
Just murder that man from
Ah.
orbit!
See, there's one
no,
kind of
Sam.
issue is that sometimes if they try and attack the person you're not controlling, it's kind of weird to actually get them to dodge.
I think a lot of sports games had that issue though back in the day, like switching characters.
I like their green
Because-
eyeliner, some of the characters on your team.
Yeah, what all sports games would do, they would auto-control characters you weren't actively controlled, and then when they got like the ball, they just switch.
Ow.
So does this game have permadeath? If Sam dies here,
No,
is he gone forever?
it is not permadeath.
Aw. Dodgeball.
Hell yeah,
permadeath.
resurrect your dead teammates.
I know the way to win dodgeball now, is I just take out a
Also-
gun and shoot the opponent.
India sucks to fight against. Because one thing will become very apparent.
Oh, they play that strategy.
That's not the issue.
Is that a Bobo?
Probably.
It's actually 2 Bobos.
Two a Bobo. Solid a Bobo and liquid a Bobo.
So wait, you say in the Japanese version this was like traveling to different schools, right?
No,
So the
actually, in the
localization-
Japanese version, it is the same. It's world teams.
Oh, okay. Oh, so
Sure,
Kunio
Kunio
is
is-
Yeah, the character Sam is Kunio.
okay. So in the Japanese version, Kunio is an upstanding role model that goes and represents Japan around the world.
Yes.
Horrifying.
Whoop. Yeah.
What are you doing?
Okay. Oh, why? Stop that. Nope. Don't hit that guy, because that's not going to do anything. No, the thing with the Indian team that sucks is the fact that they have low health, but really high defense.
Lobata's dead.
Also, the way that I am catching it is basically the moment that the ball hits my sprite is you just hit the throw button.
Ah, so it's a parry.
Pretty much.
If only somebody had told us.
Also, the way that you jump is
How did you split that man apart?
the way that you jump is actually hitting both A and B at the same time.
Oh god, it's like the Master System version of Ultra Beast.
Ow!
Oh god,
Super
it's
move
all
is
flickering.
revenge.
There's so much flickering in this game, holy shit.
Yeah, it's really bad, actually.
Actually, let me see if I can.
Like, I honestly hate all the sprite flickering.
Let me try this.
The anti-flicker tick box. Of course.
Yeah, just stop caring, emulator. No, it's still flickering super
It's still
hard.
flickering, but it's not doing the people break apart.
That's what you're doing with the ball.
It's what you're doing to us, dear friends.
You're tearing us apart, Lolo.
You're screen tearing us apart, Lolo.
No, that's different.
I know.
Oh, hi there.
God damn it!
No,
Not
just
playing
dicking
catch.
around with you. What a bunch of assholes!
Then you don't even have the common courtesy to actually do something neat.
Yeah, like, I mean, they're smart. They can't get hit by the ball if they never, like, throw the ball.
Now they're just fucking around.
I should also mention the arcade version. So, in the arcade version, you would have characters on your team that were, like, huge. And the thing is that those were the only characters that... They're basically meant to be the captains. And they were the only characters that could do the special moves. The problem is that you only ever get one. The other team can get multiple of them.
I'm sorry, I
Except
really
really,
hate
I-
how this team...
Except then the other... Basically, then it's like, oh, the other team can basically do as many super moves as they want whenever they feel like it. So... Yeah.
Well, yeah, like if you've ever watched a good sports movie, you have to be the underdog for it to be interesting.
Do a super move.
Trying to. I'm just kidding.
Look, it's fine, you killed a Bobo, that's all that matters.
Try this again.
Yeah, the timing on that seems super tight.
It's usually not that for some... I don't know why. I usually
You're
do
having
not
such
have
bad
that
luck.
much issue. One second. Timing.
It's because you're streaming the game. You're nervous.
Yeah.
This doesn't usually happen, I swear.
I've never seen this happen before.
I appreciate your asshole teammates just standing on the corners.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah! Fuck you!
Drained his last bit of health. Oh my god.
I was honestly hoping that would work.
There we go.
Fucking finally. Oh, now he's dead. Fucking rip.
Rip Swami.
I do love this international murder dodgeball going
Hell
on.
yeah, time to beat up Iceland. And the
A
actual
literal
Neanderthal is on their team.
Okay, why are people from Iceland fucking tanks? Look at the health.
I don't know.
Also, wait, what?
They're hardened by the cold bear.
On the bright side, they
also,
have dick all for defense.
they also have penguins.
Yeah, everyone knows that there's northern penguins.
Yeah, these guys cannot take a hit.
Sometimes you gotta build your team of people like Helgi, Hans, and Nut. Gotta get that good
I'm gonna
nut.
go on the limb and say that's probably not how it's pronounced.
My boy
The
done.
K is silent.
Please do not.
Ah,
no,
fuck.
good buddy. Not. Hey, just look at how quickly they fucking eat shit.
I don't think the people who made this actually know what Iceland is.
No.
Unless this
It's
is
an
like
entire
this is,
land made of ice.
They heard him
Unless
call
this is-
Iceland and it's frozen, right?
like unless this is like the fictional land of Iceland, like the ice planet in some games.
It's Iceland from Kirby. Ice Star.
Look, Iceland is
Rockstar
basically
Popstar.
synonymous with the Arctic. It's fine.
Oh no, Nut's dead.
My boy Nut. The crushed Nut.
I love that move so much.
It's so.
Nuts are murder.
Fine.
Finally, we can crush Wang's face in. Like I've always dreamed.
Oh, hi, Wang.
Ow. Nope.
Oh no, my shin! What the fuck are they doing?
No, don't let the white idiot.
They're trying to beat him with communism, obviously.
By passing it around, it's not actually doing anything.
I do appreciate
Yeah.
the giant picture in the background.
Yeah. Well, no,
Oh, wow.
it's, you know, everybody gets to use the ball the same amount of time.
Stop that.
That's why they're passing it on.
Stop fucking murdering Bill! Can't believe Sam is fucking dead.
Rip Sim.
Died the
Okay,
way he
never
lived.
scored.
An asshole.
No, give me that.
Clearly,
I
they
hate-
should remake this with like RPG mechanics so you can level up your team.
I think they actually did do that at one point.
I hate that the piling up of the enemies makes it really hard to gauge who you're gonna hit.
Yes. Make it like XCOM where you permadeath. You're playing dodgeball versus the aliens.
Alright, I think... This... No, it's not this stage. No.
Also, all of your men have powerful thighs.
Continue.
Yeah, let's beat the shit out of the Kenyan team now.
So, was this, released before or after River City Ransom in the US?
I believe this was before. Oh, by the way, also one thing I should point out is that it seems like this, for some reason, this level has ice physics.
Look, it's soft.
Oh, yeah.
Not the
Where
ice
are
stage,
you?
mind you. This level.
The dirt is very slippery. Here in
Also, it
Where?
makes there's acceleration to it, which also sucks in terms of timing.
On the
Also-
bright side, you've almost murdered Taha.
Not by accident.
So, is the volleyball the official ball for dodgeballing in the US?
No, it's usually a rubber ball.
Usually it's a,
Okay.
yeah, it's a red.
It's usually not necessarily red, but yeah, it's a rubber ball about the size of a volleyball.
It's actually a red.
Some of them, like the ones I used in high school, had padding too to soften it.
Oh, look at you.
Was
We never got padding in my school.
Okay, so my next question is, in the US, is this how dodgeball is laid out? Or is it a free-for-all?
Not really.
No.
usually you just stand in front of a wall and the bigger kids throw the ball at you as you attempt to not get hit.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
so
wow.
we didn't do dodgeball at my school. We did prison ball.
That's what I was thinking, because usually that's what we did as well.
The fuck is prison ball?
It's basically...
Basically, you have two teams split to either side. in the middle of each team's side is a prison. Anyone who gets hit by a ball goes into the opposing team's prison.
Oh, we had that
then
too,
you
but they're on the other, like, the opposite side, like on the back wall, 'cause we played that in the gym.
Yeah, and,
Yeah.
and
Basically how it works.
if you were in a prison, the only way to get out was to catch a ball that was thrown over the
Oh,
side.
yeah, I think there was
Also,
something...
if someone on your team caught a ball, I think they could bring someone out, but I
semifinals.
barely remember it.
Okay, yeah, like ours was completely different. So our dodgeball is called Between Two Flames, and the field is laid out the same as this, except with no side folks. Like we don't have people on the side. You have like
Yeah, we didn't have people on the
just
side
weird-
either.
Yeah.
But how it went with us was like if you eliminate someone from a team, they go to their own team's like side. So you're having this force from the opposing team transition to the other side, and then they could throw the ball at you if they like grab. And if somebody who was still like in the active team managed to grab a ball, then you would be able to pick someone that was eliminated and bring them back into the main field.
So yeah, also when I play prison ball, what I would always do is, because I've always been fucking tall and also lazy, I would stand by the prison and catch all the balls that people are trying to lob into it.
I mean, that's a good strategy.
It was!
God damn it.
I was
At the time I
pretty
threw
good.
someone to the ground because they were trying to fight me on it.
I was pretty
That
good.
was their fault for trying to fight you, the giant of man.
Yeah, I was pretty good at dodging, but I wasn't really good like at throwing the ball. So what would happen is I would be left last, and they couldn't eliminate me, but also I couldn't like bring it back. So it would just end up as like a timeout or a stalemate.
Good.
Also, I believe that basically what happened, or one difference between this and the Japanese version is that basically the US stage that we played in the first level swapped with this stage.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Remember when Kunio became Sam, the American?
What a shitty name.
Kunio is probably like Japanese for Sam. Like, when you translate Sam into Japanese, you get Kunio.
Kunio is Japanese for Kunio.
Also, can we appreciate the like extremely Japanese names of Fuji and Honda?
Some Honda.
Come on.
Like, they could have just used the like original Japanese names of the main characters.
Okay, but just
no,
appreciate the
like,
fucking background then, if you really want some good shit.
It's like the Japanese are self-paradising.
Although, to be fair, like, I meant this mostly as a localization thing. Oh, of course. But it was the USSR? Yeah, it was finally the original game.
Also, that is just straight up a Bobo.
Yeah.
Don't worry, this is an easy level, Lolo.
Soviet Abobo.
Ivan
1950.
and Boris.
Remember when Sam traveled back in the past to destroy the Soviet Union with dodgeball?
Okay, what was that weird flicker for a second?
Oh, the UI?
It looked like the entire fucking screen had shifted for like a brief instant.
Oh, it's been doing that the entire game.
Yeah.
The thing was, the arcade version also ran pretty much like this. It basically came out like a year after Neketsu-kun. Yeah. Basically came out a year after Kunio-kun. It ran about as well.
Oh god, it's like
Fantastic.
worse on this map than it's been.
It's because Russia is so detailed and rich.
These damnable Soviets.
Also, one other, the thing is, so you there's two ways you can catch or dodge a ball. Basically, you could catch it, or you do have an actual dodge button.
It's murder a Bobo.
Also, man, I wish we had Lara Croft here so she could translate the plaque background.
God damn it.
In Soviet Russia, ball dodge you.
How many names does Kunio have in the localizations? I probably the early ones, God knows
In
how
River
many.
City Ransom, he was Alex. In this, he is Sam.
Wasn't he Rick in at least one of them?
That sounds
Like
about right.
Ricky?
Oh,
I think
Rick.
he was a Ricky.
That sounds about right.
And then I guess like in the soccer/football game, if that got localized.
Oh yeah, because that's Tecmo, or that is Nintendo World Cup, I think. That's what it
Yes.
came out over here as.
Yeah, so he has probably a different name there as well.
There's Ivan.
Ivan. He's so terrible.
No, it's Ivan and Boris.
Boris,
I have that like.
Boris and Natasha.
Yes,
They're looking for
as
a
our
moose.
character,
Hey,
Moose
well.
and Squirrel.
Okay, but what about Pavel?
I met a Pavel when I was in Germany.
Did he look like? No.
Does he do dodgeball?
I don't know, we never played dodgeball.
Germans are
Like
famous
drinking.
for dodgeballs.
I'm just glad that Boris is the Abobo. For some
Boris.
reason, this appeals to me. Just this alternate universe where Abobo was born in the USSR.
Oh yeah, it's Red Bobo.
Is this like Red Dawn?
Exactly!
Okay, why were you facing the other way, you idiot?
You dumb motherfucker, what are you doing?
Okay, come on,
That's a movie we should watch, though. The
Dodgeball?
live-action Rocky and Bullwinkle.
I think I have
Oh,
that
that
on
was
DVD.
a thing.
It's not as bad as some of the other stuff we've watched, so...
Yeah, but setting the bar really fucking low.
Yeah, we have watched some bad things.
You will destroy Boris. So help me. Grab it, grab the ball! Grab the ball!
I can't.
Yeah,
Far out of... Oh no, Sam!
Sam!
Can't believe Sam almost died.
There we go. But
Or it's...
Fair and square.
now that we never lost a match,
Not even once!
We get to suffer from an epileptic shock.
Yeah!
Super mirror match.
No, that is an understatement.
Wow, what is the light?
Wait,
this is
wait,
awful.
was
This
this
is
the
the
thing
team
I
that you
had
want.
on?
Yeah, this is the one you went
Oh.
up against.
Wait, I had to fight a fucking secret boss?
yes.
Yes!
Okay, and I was told that was easy? Come fuck off.
Yes!
Oh yeah, like here's Street Fighter 2, beat Akuma in like 30 seconds. Was this in the original game as well?
Yes. Maybe. Actually, probably not.
There is a lot of flashing in this edition.
Yes.
It's pretty bad. Yeah, now you need to fight your greatest opponent, yourself.
Ricky Kunio has to defeat the enemy within himself to truly win a dodgeball.
The only way to become champion is by overcoming your inner demons.
You know, it would have been better if this was like Metal Gear Solid 3, and you have to like watch all the people you've killed with your dodgeball.
Pitch it to
Just for some
Nintendo as
reason.
a remake.
Just for some reason, they keep complaining about you throwing the ball at their dick.
Yeah.
Who would do that?
Yeah, the random flashes was really fucking bad, holy shit.
That coupled with the sprite flickering is fucking atrocious.
Damn.
It's honestly kind of frustrating.
Mm-hmm.
Where did one of them go?
They grouped up, and so they died together.
They ride together, they die together.
We
Now you
dodged
just need to
together.
beat up evil Sam.
Here we go.
You did it!
Okay, now that you've beaten them without losing, it's time for the super secret team.
You fight a team of all Boris. All
So do you get,
Boris
like, a
the whole
different-
time.
All I want is a Fire Pro Wrestler ending.
So do you get like a different ending
I
if
think
you
so.
fight the Shadow Team? Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
Ah, Nomura.
Does this version have a free-for-all mode?
Yes. Sound effect. That's the one.
Manual.
Can't believe we beat a game.
Yeah, that's never happened in this
I was gonna say,
show
I think
before.
this is actually the record for the most amount of games beaten in one episode.
Yeah.
Because you're so good at video
4
games.
of 6.
You're a real globetrotter.
No, he didn't make the team.
Game.
We did it. All of us together.
We saved democracy.
Sure.
Can't believe we destroyed both ourselves and the USSR via dodgeball.
I can't believe how political this game is.
Mr. Gorbachev, dodge this ball.
Not just wrench. But yes, Beanball, that is a free-for-all mode. So, actually, let's see if we can just...
Oh my god, this looks like hell. Ah, I see,
So-
you're Randy.
So is this actually Battle Royale?
Just stay off the screen forever and
So
they'll
this
never
was
throw
the-
at you.
So this was the original Battle Royale, I see.
It's true, at the end of this, you get some chicken if you win.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner. And then Thanos shows up.
No, that's Fortnite.
Could be worse, it could be that hentai Battle Royale game that just came out.
I hate this
Comes
pose.
with a lack of walking animations.
This camera's a fucking crime.
I can't believe Battle Royale just ripped off this game. Straight up, verbatim.
I am the best.
Yeah, you're literally playing this like how I play every single Battle Royale game.
Hide until the circle forces you to move.
Hide until the circle forces you to move, and basically get into the top 5 with like maybe 1 kill.
God, you are so lucky that trick shot went nowhere near you. I do appreciate just like randomly panning to your ass sitting in the corner. What was that? What was that throw?
Whoop! Oh, I had it. Ah. Oh!
No, you got hit, you fool!
Ow. Ah,
This is what happens when you try to play it, you dumbass. This is terrible.
Nice.
You'll win one day, though Steve might prove to be a challenge.
Oh my fucking god.
You'll win this one day.
On the bright side, 2 of them are dead. Oh no, oh no! Oh, I see how it is.
I don't think you can have to catch it.
Yeah, that's what you dodge. It's called dodgeball. God.
It's
Oh,
true.
Sam.
Sam's dead.
They just murdered Sam, Jesus. Nice.
This camera is truly criminal.
I like how they're like grouping up on you, trying to kill you now.
I never.
Because they know you're
Right,
the
look
most
at the shit he's
powerful.
been pulling the entire match. He deserves it. Let's be real.
Yeah.
He's using his stand to rewind time. That's how much of a cheater Randy is.
Randy, what have we said about time wizardry?
I mean, I'm
It got us
sending people around the world. Damn it. No!
You're getting fucked up pretty good is what's happening.
Yeah, Marsha's right. Marsha's right. This is like the after party. Like after you've won the world tournament, it's time to kill everybody.
Who
It's
is
like
truly the
ending
most
of-
important
It's like the
member
ending of Double
the
Dragon, where you have to fight against the person you're playing with.
John is having none of your shit.
No, it's they need to prove who is the greatest volleyballer and dodgeballer in the world. There can only be one.
Next dodge. Ah, it's close. It's close.
They've already killed all the competition. Now it's only between them. Finisher! Ah!
Oh yeah.
Nice.
And
Powerful thighs.
You're the game over.
Game over. You lost.
okay, I think I gotta end it on that.
Mm-hmm.
That is super dodgeball. Alright, so I think that also belongs in the charisma list.
Yeah.
Okay, so is that game better than Street Fighter 2?
No.
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 Is it better than Karate Champ?
I would say it's
I would
better
say
than Puyo Puyo,
I
at
would
least.
say yeah, it's better than Puyo Puyo.
Yeah.
For the NES. It is technically a sports game. Let's see, tone. Would that have... Well... I mean, that game does seem criminal.
Yes. Also, content warning fucking epilepsy.
Yeah,
Bonus
wow, what the
sensitivity.
fuck?
OST.
It was there.
Honestly, like, barely registered for me,
Okay, I'll put that in. Art.
Are we counting technical issues with art as
Not
part of
really.
art?
And the art itself was nothing to write home about anyway.
I'll put that C.
It was. It's smart in the way it uses sprites, but like in terms of
mechanics.
same bodies, different heads, and stuff like that.
This game seemed like it was maybe not. Maybe they needed to tone down something because, good lord, it didn't seem like it could even be run.
It was very okay.
If an NES had exhaust fans, that seems like something that would be kicking it off in
I mean-
high gear.
Belching fire.
Oh, we're talking like about technical like mechanics as
Yeah, this
well.
is-
Like
I
technical.
think with this game, I think I'd count it as well.
Then a D because my eyes actually kind of hurt.
Yeah. Also, once again, the gameplay itself seemed like super sloppy.
Impact. I would probably actually say B
D?
because this was probably the first one to actually, the first of the mini Kunio sports games.
I mean, I only know about this by accident, so go ahead.
Let's see. Age. Solely for technic. I think I might put that E solely for the
9 out of
Flickering?
minimum, yeah.
But it's not even the. It's not even like the technical issues of flickering. Like it has intentional flickering in the last stage, was just ridiculous.
Yeah, the really awful lightning.
Yeah, and then difficulty. I'd probably put the difficulty maybe C or probably closer to C or D.
Oh no,
But
it's
it's
pretty
easy-
easy. Just ask Bear.
I mean, it was how I can't remember from the Game Boy version, and it's hard to gauge when you're doing chronomancy all the time. So either C or D.
I'll just put C. Okay, and okay, so yeah, that is that's that.
It's a video game.
Yeah. So, yeah, that was 6 games in which we went around the world. So, yeah, thanks for watching, and have a good afternoon/night. If you would like to keep up to date with Retro Rank Rhapsody, you can follow me on Twitter at LoloThePuzzlo, or join my Discord server by going to the URL discord.ldp.life. Thank you for watching, and I hope you stop by again.